So I've mentioned a lot in comments and such, and even with my clients and everything, especially new people, that if you don't have a strop, I'd rather see you get a piece of newspaper and use it to strop with. And a lot of times I'll send you a link or whatever about making a newspaper strop, but I decided to just go ahead and answer a few questions in a video where you have it all kind of right here. Now you can see obviously that a piece of newspaper is relatively smooth. I just take and fold it up. There's no certain configuration. It's not going to be ideally flat, but it's flat enough. I mean, what I mean ideally, you'll have like a little short crease in here. If you wanted to cut that off, you could. Obviously, a little crease right there. That doesn't matter. But this is going to be better and smoother and better for your blade than getting a cheap, raggedy piece of leather that has, like rough ripples and ridges and different. I've seen it all that looks really, really bad. So basically what you can do, you could fold it to any size. You can lay it down on something flat, which is what I would suggest, especially starting off, and use that for your stropping. It makes an absolutely wonderful, wonderful strop. Okay? And if you happen to nick it, guess what? A replacement part is very, very cheap. Treat it just like you would leather. Leaves an incredibly smooth edge on there. Also, if I send you any compound or sharpening abrasive or anything like that, or if you have some, this stuff works absolutely amazing with sharpening compounds. Now I'm just going to grab one here out of my toolkit. This is one from stropman.com.
Stropman.com.
Get it out of here. If you want to get one of these, you could. This one is, I believe, his finest or next to finest. He also has a green one, which is just chromium oxide, or you can get like the Crocs crayon from different retailers and stuff. The crayons are good for the newspaper because you can just make a couple of swipes on here, take the whole thing, whatever you want to do. It doesn't take a whole lot, and that's really all you do. And then strop. Okay? Now, even with newspaper, and you can see the cutting power it has, evident of the black in there. It's definitely doing its job. This will last a very, very, very long time, even on this newspaper. Okay, the newspaper will last quite a while. Even if the newspaper gets a little rip or tear, you're still going to be fine, And the good thing about it is, you could make two strops out of this one entire length. This is just, one section got kind of folded up. So if you do the compound on one side, the abrasive, just flip it over and use the plain side to strop. Rinse and dry your blade after rinsing before going to a clean piece of paper or a clean strop. What? You don't... Do you mind?
That's Landon. Be quiet.
You don't want to transfer the abrasive over to your clean strop. Keep your strop clean, or not, clean as in no contaminants, no abrasives or anything. Okay.
Is that a crayon one?
Mm-hmm. Now, a really cool idea that I do sometimes for like a travel or a paddle strop is I'll take a block of wood. Now, I haven't cut this one yet, but I'll take a staple gun, staple the ends, okay, but just do it about halfway. Alright, you know what I mean? So about halfway right there. Wrap it, so you'd cut it about right here. Now the cool thing about this is you can get like a piece of cardboard and put under here to give you a little bit of cushion. A little bit of cushion there, or a piece of, thick felt, or a piece of, thin styrofoam or foam or anything like that. So you can play around with that. Now, obviously, you want to make sure you got a smooth piece of wood. Just sand it down a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect by any means, but stuff like that, just kind of knock it down. All right, so you staple it halfway right there. You wrap it around the block of wood, so it'll come all the way around the wood if this were cut, like so. and come back up,
Like that.
okay, and you staple it right there. Make sense? Alright, you know what I mean? Just have both ends stapled right here at one end. And then you'd have one side for your, I'd probably put my padding here, leave the one side for your regular stropping. The other side would be your abrasive, where you would use it for touching up your blade here and there. And if it ever wears out, just replace it, And the sharpening compound is going to last you quite a while right there itself. So hopefully that helps. If you got any questions, let me know. And let me know what you think of the results.